Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are okay here. They could be better. Things could always be better. But, you know, it's survivable. Hold on one second. You know the drill. Gotta get my thumbnail going. So give me just a moment. Oh my God, excuse me. I literally just finished eating burritos, so expect a burp or two. Beyond my control is the human condition. Alrighty. Almost there. Almost there. Do, 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 do. Oh, what is this shit? Fucking pop up. I did not do that you're telling me that I did right there. So stop it. Almost. Can't rush this kind of perfection. Haha. I have been. Did I do anything? No. I didn't really do anything. Didn't really do any grinding between the streams, so to speak. And looking for this one. And it's almost ready. Almost there. And we can taste the anticipation. It's just, oh my God. Oh my God. Saving it. Get my phone up and ready. In case there's any chat. No, that's the wrong way. That's the way. There we go. Turn that shit down. Okay. We are good to go. Good to go. After all that fanfare. Ready to get this shindig started. Once again, we'll probably be doing some more nail stuff because I really want to get that sword. I really want to get that sword maxed out because I've developed a new love for nail now that hey Navi, good morning. He says good day to everybody. Hope you're doing well today, sir. Okay. So, apparently, by the way, Serp told me the other day, mentioned in the comments, that apparently the red horse sticker is only available in photo mode. Who would have thought? Certainly not me. Good morning, Serp. I was just mentioning you. Telling them how you told me that the red sticker was in the photo mode. Very odd place for it to be. All right, let's go on over to research and pick up whatever we've got going on over there. But yes, ooh, that's, I like that. That's not bad at all. Not a bad. No, I didn't. I didn't think to look. I trusted your opinion, but I shall check. So that's. Oh no, I don't have it. Oh wait, how stupid. So here's okay. So here's where some of that shit, that Christmas shit that I bought went. I see. I see. Okay. Never would have guessed in a million years that that's where it ended up. I wonder why they gave us stuff for it then. Did people complain so much that they were like, look, we're sorry that we put it in this spot and didn't tell you, so here's 3 days worth of free shit?
Magisters are probably humanity's real home, don't you think?
No. How many times I gotta tell you no? How many times? I'm not on board with your bullshit, hun. All right. So who is this person? Okay, nobody. So we're gonna again be predominantly running through. Doing everything with Nail today. Much like yesterday. Except for the ending Axion stuff. She's good for Axion, but the gate crasher or the wall crasher, she's just Serp says, I'm totally on board with her bullshit. I like it nice. Only thing I'll say about her is that she seems to like Blair a lot. If you watch his if you play his story, she seems to have a sweet spot for him. She was all kinds of worried about him when he went into that thing with the fire. Like, oh, she's sweet on Blair. So I spent last night, Serp, you'll be happy to hear this. Last night, for the hour and a half or so that I listened to music at work, I was listening to a Ren playlist.
Descendant, this is a phase separation gap. Energy. It has a large output.
I quite enjoy his work.
Tens of billions of units of data per second. According to the
I was not expecting I was not expecting him to be quite so violent in his lyrics and their content. I was like, oh my goodness, I like you more than I thought I did.
The veil will be neutralized.
some people find beauty in violence. I know you're probably thinking that's fucking weird, but yeah, some of us out there find beauty in brutality. And he seems to have that kind of a mindset. So I was digging it. I also very much like how he doesn't limit himself to just one kind of sound, you know, one kind of, he doesn't, you know, you would think, oh, he's a rapper, so everything's going to be, you know, it's going to have that kind of a rapper hook and that beat and everything, and he doesn't, he's not like that at all. I've told a few people who I've shared his, you know, high ren with. It's like, it's really a disservice to him to call him a rapper. He's not just a rapper. He's a fucking musician.
The enemy commander is using the phase separation veil as a shield. If you overload the computing device, you can create an opening to attack the commander directly.
Where'd you go? Now you ain't got your shield, you're gonna run, hide and shit? Alright. Let's see. Serp says, yes, he's definitely more than just a rapper. Have you seen his street performances with his band, The Big Push? I've, not really watched any, like, focused on them, but I've seen a few of them pop up on my timeline. Yeah, there's not, I mean, I don't, I'm nowhere near the level of a songwriter that he is by any stretch of the imagination, but there were a lot of themes and a lot of traits in his lyrical content that I found very familiar to the stuff that I write. I was like, okay. That's part of the reason that that I kind of in the end was very thankful that I chose to make to voice my songs by creating a female metal band, because a lot of my shit is extremely violent. A lot of my stuff is very, you know, it's and I touch on subjects that sometimes that it just seems like if it comes out of a woman's voice, it's taken very differently than if it comes out of a dude's voice, if you know what I mean. Like, if you're talking about beating up your girlfriend, it's probably not good if it's coming from a man's voice, but if it's from a woman's voice, people are like, oh, okay. Well, that's okay then.
Descendant. This is a
I've got a lot of stuff like that. That it's like, if this was a dude's voice and not a female voice.
According to the standard, the structure that is used to be a computing device is full of
I actually have one song that the AI app would not create until I started misspelling words. So it wouldn't completely understand what I was trying to say because of the violence in the in the lyrics. I was like, oh, okay. Let me just misspell all these words so that they're still pronounced the same, but it's a different word. And you're not smart enough to pick up the fact that I've just misspelled them. And it's so I was able to trick the AI. But yeah, it was just I just picked a random playlist. I just basically put in Ren playlist and picked the first one at the top that had a shitload in it. Had like 48 songs or something. They weren't in order. I tried to look for one that had them like in order, like, you know, with the ballad of is Jenny and Screech. That's a 3-parter, and there isn't there a one Money something? Isn't it a 3-parter? So I you know, because I was at work, I didn't have time to thoroughly go through and be like. Unfortunately, but I very much like the guy. He's very smart about his videos too.
The enemy
They're very dynamic. They you're kind of like intrigued, very intrigued by them before they even start. You're just like, oh, okay. And the fact that they're all one takes is even fucking cooler. I have a big admiration for that in like movies. You know, when they do one shot or something, a big long like 10 or 15 minute scene, and I notice those immediately. My sister and my mom would always, well, my sister in particular would always give me shit when we'd be watching a movie, and I would be like, "You noticed anything?" And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, the camera hasn't cut yet. It's been 10 minutes, and the camera is still going." Oh, there's somebody shooting at me. Serp says, yes, Jenny and Screech should get watched together. There's a 13-minute version. Okay. I will definitely look for that. How many albums does he have? You know, because it's hard to tell when you're looking up shit on YouTube, you know, what album it's all from. Who are you? Oh, that's Glay. Ah, I'm gonna investigate this with that hair. I go back and forth on this hair. This hair. I know what it is. Yeah, I know exactly which one it is. As to whether or not it looks good. I kind of want to get it for Valby because it kind of looks wet. But I've tried it on so many people and it's like, oh, that should look good, but it just doesn't. Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on. Well, we should check this out. He's only got 2 albums? That surprises me. Okay, all these will be fairly easy. And then I wanted to do... Oh my god, excuse me. Good lord, I told you though. I had burritos right before I started to stream, so... Burps are probably gonna happen. Hide your ears.
Descendant, the enemy has modified the Ancestors' weapon with Vulgus technology and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears they are defending the gate with it. The weapon contains ancient arcane. The structure underground releases this. Descendant, I will show you the properties that are stored within the weapon. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcane.
Wait. I'm having a lot of fun playing with her and this fucking sword. I think I was telling Harris yesterday that I didn't know I didn't really like Nell. I thought she was a cool character. I think she's one of the more attractive of the female First Descendants. But I just didn't know how to play her. It was like I know how to do all her abilities, but something wasn't clicking. And then I gave her this fucking sword, and it was just like, yep. Sick Boy got #1 in UK. He has a video of them. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I saw that. Yeah. Oh my god, they were like little fucking kids, dude. Little kids, just fucking. I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's a talent for sure. He's one of those generational talents you don't see come around very often. That kind of they refuse to be put in a box. You know. Well, what kind of music does he do? Well, it's music. That's all you can say. It's music.
Descendant, the enemy commander is using the inversion energy as a personal barrier. We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
Shit.
Descendant.
God damn it.
The enemy has modified the ancestors'
I used to be able to do that. I can't do it anymore. I don't know what I'm doing wrong now.
Inversion energy. It appears they are defending
Circle
the gate
X
with it.
triangle.
The weapon contains ancient arcade. The structure on the ground draws this. Descendant, I will show you the qualities of the arcade stored within the weapon. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcade. Descendant, the enemy commander is using the inversion energy as a personal barrier. We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
Ninja nail. I got all these swords, but I don't really use any of the swords that I have. Like, you know, like I was saying yesterday, Viessa's sword is more like you know, a prestige thing. Blair's sword is more like, you know, just it's just badass to have a big ass sword like that. But none of them actually use it. So somebody had to be a sword slinger. It's funny, sir. I tried to show my sister and my mom High End, and I told them, I said, I've got something I would like you two to watch, but you're not going to appreciate it. is how I started it out. And they're like, well, let's watch it. And I was like, oh, I was right. They didn't appreciate it. Had the captions on that, you know, and the captions are excellent because they keep up with every word that he's saying. And they were still bitching that he was too fast and they couldn't understand him. And I was like, there were captions. There were captions. I knew that was going to be their excuse. I watched a shitload of reaction videos by like crisis counselors and psychologists and shit who were watching High Ren for the first time. And those are very cool. Those are very cool. I've seen a lot of grown men cry reacting to that video. There was one crisis counselor that I was watching who, after the video, he basically started telling his story, and he got to a point that he was so low that he holy shit, he hung himself, and he was like seconds away from being dead had somebody in his family not found him. And you could tell when Ren does the line, some people know me by the voice you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. You could see it he was like you could just see how that hit him. It was incredibly powerful to watch. And he was like, this particular guy he was like, I think what Ren means when he says, I've been taking some time to be still, is that, you know, he's been taking time to be at peace. He was like a lot of people in my industry, they try to tell people to be happy, to try to seek happiness, to always be happy. And he was like, but like Ren says, that pendulum, it's always swinging. So you should never try to strive to be happy. Strive to be at peace. And I was like, yes. Happiness is an illusion. It is not a permanent state of being. It is an emotion that comes and goes like every other emotion. You cannot sustain it. If you attempt to sustain it, you are going to drive yourself further to the other end. We are human beings. We are not meant to be happy every second of our existence. If we were, what would happy mean? That's why I've been on Prozac. Like, there's been a couple times in my life that I've been on Prozac for an extended period of time. And oh my God, I goddamn hate it. I goddamn hate it. Because you feel like a robot in your own body. Like your brain is saying, hey, let's do this, and your body's like just going through the motions. You know, those, to quote Captain Kirk, I want my pain. I need my pain. Because it's the pain that makes you who you are. Because you survived it. It made you stronger, it made you smarter, it made you wiser. You should not expect to go through life never experiencing hurt or disappointment. Because again, if you do, what are the good times? That devalues the good times. I don't know. But yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting watching psychologists and people like that who come at it with like an appreciation of the art. You know what I'm saying? And they're not just looking at it at a purely clinical kind of way. It's interesting to see their takes on, and it's not just him. It's just I've watched for like other people, you know, other lyrics, other songs. Like you know, deep emotional songs and what, you know, and just hearing the psychologists tell you how often they've heard their patients say things exactly like that. That one crisis counselor that I was just mentioning, he was like, I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a room with both of those voices and having to talk. He said he has to try to talk down the bad voice. That's the one that you're really dealing with in those situations. You're not dealing with the normal person underneath. You're dealing with that evil voice. That's who you have to confront and who you have to basically, you know, barter with. It's not the actual victim. It's the voice in their head telling them all that shit. It's just fascinating hearing things like that. I don't know. But that's usually if I see a song like High Ren that really strikes me emotionally, I will watch a shitload of reaction videos. Just, you know. Serp says maybe have them watch a reaction video of it. Yeah. Oh, for my sister and my mom? Yeah. Yeah. It saddens me sometimes because my sister used to be such a creative person. She used to write amazing poetry. She could write stories just like most people write, you know, a post-it note. I mean, she had such creative talents, and she just let them all go. She just let them all go, and it's like she became content with mass-produced mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? Which is what most music is these days. She fucking loves country, and country is just absolute fucking garbage. Country music is just fucking garbage. Oh my god, it is useless as an art form. It's country music. It is nothing but nostalgia porn. That is all country music is. It is for people who don't want to accept modernity, you know? Now, I'm as much a small town guy as the next person is. My hometown has grown up considerably as I've grown up. It has developed and grown up around me, and it pisses me off. I don't like it. I don't like that it's become as big and bustling as it is now, compared to when was a child. But that's it. That's what it is. It is that way. Pining for a time when it wasn't doesn't help you. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't progress you through life. It doesn't help you overcome obstacles. It just makes you fucking sad. You know? You can't go home again. So I tend to look at nostalgia shit and just be like, bleh, bleh. Yeah, that's the way it was, and it's not anymore. Can we move on? Because when you think about it, people from my generation really were the ones that bridged the gap between the old way and the new way. Because I can remember a time when there was no such thing as video games. Video games didn't exist. I mean, in any form. You had pinball machines. That's it. That's it. So, you know, I remember a time when you didn't have, you know, the most technologically advanced thing that you had was maybe like a walkie-talkie for a kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was very young, I got like a little miniature TV. They made mini TVs that were like, you know, like about the size of a cell phone and had a screen about, you know, the size of a flip phone. And you could sometimes get black and white, you know, because there were only 3 channels when I was a kid too, you know. I remember a time when 4 if you counted PBS, the public broadcasting system. 4 channels. And were things better then? I mean, I'm hard pressed to say they weren't. Because all of these things that we have that were supposed to make our life easier and more relaxed have only intensified our anxiety. Having the world at your fingertips, and think about it. Prior to people having cell phones, you know, you could go about your day and just, that was it. You're just going about your day. Now, you've got a cell phone on you. Anybody in the goddamn world can call you out of the fucking blue, and suddenly it's you know, you've got this crisis that you've got to fucking deal with that's not a crisis at all, but somebody's making it a crisis because they want something right now. I want it right now. Well, okay. Back then you had to wait for shit. Back then you had to plan to call people. Isn't that crazy? You had to plan to call people. You had to tell somebody, hey, I'll call you about 6 o'clock tonight. And they had to be around the phone at that time. If they weren't, you couldn't do shit about it till the next time you saw that person. I remember one of the bands I was in, the first band that I was in, which was a Christian band. I was 14, lead singer. We had a bass player who just one day he disappeared. And it took us weeks to find out what the fuck happened to him. Because back then, and what had ended up happening was he just all of a sudden moved to North Carolina, just up out of the blue. He moved to North Carolina, and, you know, that was it. And it took us weeks to find out what the fuck even happened to him, because back then that was something you could do. If you just decided to move to another state, you were essentially dead. you were dead. If you didn't want anybody to know where you were as good as dead. But, you know, those times don't exist anymore. I don't know which one, what do I want here? I guess this one? Maybe? Yeah, might as well. But, yeah. Nostalgia is for people who just aren't willing to accept that the world has moved on. And nostalgia has just become a tool to sell you shit. To sell you movies, to sell you music, to sell you books. And she fucking, all she watches is that goddamn mindless drivel on TV. Fucking Law and Order. Every Law and Order she watches. Every fucking Chicago-based show, like, you know, she watches. And it's just, oh my God. And there was a time when we lived together, when we were living together, that, you know, that's what we would do. Our DVR was fucking stupidly full of shit. I mean, it was just full of shit that we were watching. And it's amazing. It's just it's like, it becomes like a, I don't know. But one of the best decisions I ever made was to stop watching television. I mean, it really was. One of the best decisions I ever made was to just be like, you know what? I don't need this shit. It was extremely helpful. It was extremely helpful that everything that I watched and all the people that I enjoyed watching suddenly made me a fucking villain because of my political views. And actively told me, I don't want you as a fan. And it was like, oh, okay. Well, I was kind of looking for a reason to not watch this shit anyway. And you calling for my death is as perfectly good a reason as any other. So I guess I'll just stop paying money to go see your movies, and we'll see how you like that. And guess what? They don't like that. They don't like that at all. But a whole lot of them ran their fucking mouths, and they're going broke now. A whole lot of them had a very incorrect idea of the kind of country that they lived in. And they're all feeling that pain right now. Hollywood keeps having lower and lower fucking gross earnings every year. Every year it gets lower and fucking lower and fucking lower, and they just keep fucking running their mouths. They just keep fucking running their mouths. I mean, I would rather spend my time watching half-hour or hour-long at a time videos of people watching, you know, reacting to a video like Ren. than I would watching any fucking thing that is produced by fucking Hollywood. You want to know why? Because the videos that I watch are real. It's real emotion, it's real reactions, it's somebody fucking feeling something, and not trying to sell you a bunch of bullshit. You know, other than themselves. Hey, if you want to see me watch some more shit, subscribe to my channel. And you know, it's like, fuck yeah, okay, that is a fair trade. I would rather watch that kind of content. You know, all I watch is dudes who play video games together and just absolutely have the best fucking time. And it is so enjoyable and so pleasurable to watch people genuinely having fun. Not faking it because their publicist or their handler said, we need you to act like you really enjoy what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? They do actually enjoy what they're doing. They're playing games with their fucking friends. And you can feel that. You can feel the genuine nature of it. And I'm just, you know, I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to be lied to anymore. Even if it's people pretending to entertain me, I don't want to be lied to anymore. I just want people to tell me the truth. I've had enough lies. Well, this is gonna be fun. Yep. Motherfucker. Get off me! Damn it. Uh-huh. Oh, you bitch. Fuck you. Oh, yeah, Surf says if you use skill 2, then your skill 3, you'll pull them all together. I know. I just like bouncing all over the screen. leaping from foe to foe, all ninja-like. Or use the shadow's dash to move to get out of there. It's easier said than done when there's like 50 of them that are freezing you. No, you son of a bitch. How are you hitting me, asshole? Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank God that don't start me over. Dude. Hold on, everybody. I gotta put my cigarette out. Alright, we're good. Fuck you. And your shotgun ass. Oh, really? That's nice. How about that? How about that? Fuck your shotgun. How did that miss? Oh, you bitch. You bitch. Get off that platform. Come the fuck over here. Come over here. Don't be a pussy. There. There's your stupid little balls. Pop them all at once, asshole. There. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Ninja nail. I wish she could turn to her camera when you slash. Because they make it more dramatic when I yell, Ninja nail! If she's like slashing towards the screen, you know? Alright, what are we looking at? What are we looking at here? Okay. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Everything is garbage. Everything sucks. That's what we were talking about. Because sadly it does. Nothing is made to just entertain you anymore. Now everything is made to change you. You know, you can't just have something to escape. No, you got to be taught a lesson with everything now. I don't need to be taught lessons. I got enough in my brain as it is. Oh, excuse me. There was another burp. Told you. We got some snow again last night. Not a whole lot. It didn't stick really on the roads because it's too dry. Too dry, which is unfortunate. I mean, it was coming down hard for a while. Hard. All right. So we did those. I think we'll buy. We'll bypass Freenus today since we're focusing on Nell and getting her. By the way, what is her sword at? 37. Okay, it's almost there. All right, sweet. 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 Now, I have found that the sword is far more useful than I thought it was. Now, the one that I have, the Due Manus, it's not fast. I mean, as you wouldn't expect a two-handed sword like that to be. So it's not as effective. And I don't even think the Hypernova is like as combat effective as the Shadow is. Shadow is just made to just slice them up quick. Serp says the Manus is more for bosses. The Hypernova, I use it for its special move. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It does have the kind of projectile aspect of it. Oh, I need to go back to Albion. The sword has reached 40. Alright, let's see what we can do with that. Cute idiot and isolated idiot and cute spreader. Okay. So cute spreader and isolated idiot got together and had a kid. And it was cute idiot. Does that say Cheeto Cooch? It does. It does. It says Cheeto Cooch. Yep. Yep, that's what it says.
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
The names. The names that some people pick. Hey, there's one of all three dogs right there. I wonder how often that happens. Thank you for not running through me. Appreciate that. That's very 90s.
Welcome to the Marshall's Lab.
Thanks. I think I want to go. Hmm. I'm gonna go for this one. I can't believe how close I am to having most of this shit done already. And we're only in, we're still in week 3. We're still in week 3. I've got the battle pass is done. I've got all this shit unlocked. Now I just have to buy it all, but it's all unlocked. Literally, all of these things are almost done. This one right here and that one will probably take the longest amount of time. This is all nail right here. Almost 20,000 kills. That's pretty much all nail. Like I was. Yeah, I agree. Serp says they have made it way easier than the previous seasons. Yeah, I think they went overboard making it too easy. Because last seasons there was a lot of shit that was just like, yeah, this is ridiculous. But this season it's like basically, go kill an enemy with an electric skill. Oh, you've got some points. You know, it's yeah. They need to find a happy medium. Some of the stuff there needs to be some challenges in there, but not to the point that new users look at it and go, "There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do that." Like the last one, didn't the last season have that one where you had to get Ultimate Eugen to level 40? It's like, well, right off the bat, there's half the people that play this game that aren't going to be able to do that because they can't access Axion. They're not high enough to access Axion. Even in the time frame of the season, they probably wouldn't get to that point to where they could even unlock Eugen, Ultimate Eugen, let alone get him leveled up. But yeah, there needs to be somewhere in between. Because it's not that people don't want a challenge, it's that they just don't want a job. I don't know. Do we need to do that one again? I don't really think so. So we'll do our Sigmas.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants.
Better run.
Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed.
Get the fuck up off me.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Is it? Serp says the Shadow Special is good for taking out the balls. Is it? Oh, okay. I figured it would be like the swings. I'll have to try that. Oh, that's nice. I approve. I approve. Zod the God. Okay. The Roman Omen. Oh, you can... Serp says you can use it to get in the air and from the air hold it to aim. I did not know that. I did not know that. Okay. I totally didn't fucking know that. Herb says it's pretty badass. Yeah, it's sounding more badass than I thought it was, for sure.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Fucking cactus. I hit that motherfucker every time. Serp says, if you get 2 ships, you can grapple up and take them out with it. Ah. I was quite pleased the other day when I found out that Nell's 4th skill, I can take them out with that. I was like, oh shit. I feel a sense of accomplishment when I figure out that I can take out one of those ships with somebody. See, this is, I think I said it yesterday. I basically turned Nail into the same way that I play Viessa, but with a sword. Where I just use her skills for crowd control and bosses. Otherwise, I just hack and slash. Did you watch yesterday's episode? Did you hear the lore behind the head cannon for my Nail?
Wide-range safety charge drop complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your
Do I have both sword
then
inversions
activate the remote
selected?
detonation device.
What do you mean? Inversion reinforcement. Is that... what is that? Is that a model? Oh! 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 Shit, No, I don't. Oh, I got this one. Okay, so I got that one. I guess we can undo this one. Why? Because I'm in mission? Yeah, so you're saying, this one? I've got that one going, so I need to activate that one. Yeah. But it won't let me do it right now. Because it's a bitch. Because God forbid you change something mid-mission. Oh my God! No, I had completely forgotten to do that. Because I think I still had, I mean, that's one of those things that I don't pay as much attention to as I should, because it's, you know, it only matters for such a small amount of time, and then you have it set, and then you just forget about it. Or at least I do. I'll probably have to go back and check everybody in. Now that they're all fully unlocked, make sure I've got suitable ones for each character. I know I've got Daya's got the one that has her name in it. I felt that was probably a pretty good clue that, yeah, you should probably put this on the Daya. And I think Harris has it too, because that was the same spot that Harris had last time, or when she was new. But to be honest with you, there's a lot of terms that I don't fully understand in this game. So I will just be like, I will pick something else because, well, I don't know exactly what that means. So I'll just pick something that I do know what it means.
Deploying Octane. The original.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. He keeps moving. Stop moving, you bitch. Where you at? Now the odd thing is that this one right here, this one that you fight over and over again in these missions is the real Dia. That's, if you, sorry to any spoilers out there, but the Dia that you're playing with is not the real Dia.
Hound Actual to HQ. Mission complete. Requesting transport support.
Fucking such a horrible story. Jesus Christ. Thinking back on it now again, I was emotionally drained. I was like, oh my God, what a horrible ending. And I'm not sure it would have. Is it not Dia? Is that not who her name when she was bad? But yeah, I'm not sure it would be any better if Glay hadn't walked in right when her real daughter was dying. I'm not sure if her going through her existence not knowing would be better. But the fact that she has to fucking pretend for the rest of her life that that's not her daughter. Oh, okay. Not in here. This was a clone, Serp says. Oh, okay. Fucking none of these people have happy lives. They are all just broken shells of people.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable.
I didn't hit cactus.
Over.
I went wide that time.
Descendant, the transport has dropped a wide-ranged shaping charge on the ground. We need it to purify the void energy. Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
I'm close to getting another one. Close to getting another one. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
they just don't make those tunnels for the motorcycle.
Wide-range shaping charge drop complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device.
Bitch! Nope.
Deploying arcade. I am the original.
Yep, that's handy.
Oh my! Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
36. So close. It's probably going to be... I don't know if I can get it in one more. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. If I don't get it here, I'll go finish her off in Axia. We gotta throw Viessa at some Colossi. Oh! Caught in the stretch there.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Why ain't none of y'all drop me? There's some sword bullets.
That's a specialized Vulgus aircraft. It can fly
Nope.
through void storms. Descendant, if you're gonna shoot it down, do it now. Hurry!
Alright. I'm on it. That was bad. That was bad. That didn't work. Get off me. That was not cool.
I see a gap in the enemy's air defenses. We can provide air support.
I mean, did we really need them? Did we really need the air support? I mean, she's slicing through 200 of them like it ain't shit. What would have been another 200? Or even 400 for that matter.
Shields down. Extraction from Operation Zone initiated. Good work,
Hit 40.
Descendant.
Hit 40. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're gonna do that one.
Welcome to the Modules Lab.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. All right. I wonder, though. Because I seem to be okay with the amount of bullets I have without this one. Oh. Today's pay-per-view is finished processing. It was a big one. It was this month was the women's division pay-per-view because the men and the women, they take turns. They used to be together, but when I doubled up the women and I'm going to double up the dudes, you can't have 200 people on one game save. So I had to split up the pay-per-views. I was originally going to come up with 12 more, and I will probably do that for the next upgrades. Not the one coming up for the men, but the one after that. I probably will have 12 for the men and 12 for the women. But currently, it's 6 for the men and 6 for the women, and they alternate month to month. And this month was the women's, and it was a big one. Almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. But I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't do something else other than this. I'm really thinking that I should. I think this is going to be the exquisite strike, though. All right, let's unequip you. And let's... Where'd you go? There, is this one? No. Was that it? No. That was it. Oh, sweet. Okay. 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 Yes. Yes. That is much better. And I'm tempted to get rid of this one. It's handy for the shields. I won't lie. Because it pretty much, I mean, it pretty much means that they can't use those fucking bubbles against her, which is kind of cool. Hmm. Hmm. You can tell I'm giving this very serious thought. Serp says, if you could see mine. Hmm. Yeah.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Uh, you certainly are out of jokes. I mean, I'll tell you that. You are straight the fuck out of jokes. Okay, that's going to be better. I don't know why. Can I replace you? Please let me replace you with you, because I don't know why. Fuck you! God damn it. This might be better. I don't know what additional attacks are, though. So it might not be better. Hmm. That's not going to fit because it's not. All right, we're just going to stick with that for the moment. For the moment, that's good enough. Okay. Now, I don't think we have time to do any void intercepts. Unfortunately. So we'll just have to go Axiom. But yes, this was a massive pay-per-view. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. If I seem to have trailed off. The current women's champion, I think I may have mentioned before, I'm not sure. But the current women's world champion is Winters Lane, the lead singer of my four-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle, who are also a stable of wrestlers called The Circle. She is current reigning champion for 2 years because she just won't lose. She loses, but not when it counts, if you know what I mean. When it comes to championship matches, it's just, you know, she keeps winning. But I do have one girl in the Federation who is the only female or male character that I have that has never lost a singles match at all, ever. And she just won the number one contender championship, or the number one contender spot for the championship. At this pay-per-view. I'm probably giving it away that I'm about to upload it, and it's like, oh, you're telling us. But yeah, it's wrestling. You kind of know anyway. You kind of know anyway. Hang on just a second. Shit. Let's do it this way. Doing some quick uploady stuff here. I see a bunch of people have joined into the stream. Pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to the morning daily thingy. If you would so consider to like and subscribe, that'd be super awesome. I'm only 90 away from having the 500 subscribers necessary for the first major milestone of the channel. So if you could consider, I'd be eternally grateful. Okay, so this is pay-per-view 2. Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves for a moment, everybody. I'm doing some what would you call it? Producer work? I'm not sure. And that would be here. Nope, wrong one. Damn it. Oh. Okay. All right. Sorry. It's uploading.
Descendant, I've
What?
picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
On it.
The Vulgus nearby seem to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly. A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
What? What'd you say? You'll use me well? Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
Creatures multiplying. There must be a colony.
I'll use you well if you surrender.
That's what I said.
Destroy the target. Please confirm.
I'll use you well. Boy. What could he possibly mean by that?
I'll be a breach creature spotted inside the target.
down.
Descendant, bogus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Greece. Bogus special assault ship identified.
Wow. 469 million total damage. 267 melee weapon kill count. I really didn't need for that person to show up. You know, just so we're clear. Just so we're clear. Am I going the wrong way? Well, what kind of shit is that? What kind of fucked up course is this? Oh, fuck you. What a fucked up course. What a fucked up course that is. It just zigzags for no reason. How about we just do a 90-degree turn right here?
Material formation signal in the skies nearby.
Where that? Where? What's happening? There? Let's do it. Let's do it. Too late to shoot it. I was thrilled yesterday when I found out that the sword can break those face shields that they have, you know. You have to shoot through it first before you can start damaging them. And ain't nobody dropped some red shit? What kind of enemies are you guys? You're not dropping fucking health for me. There you go. See, there's better. That's better. Where's the other one? How much time? 9 minutes. I can do this. We can do this. I still can't get over that fucking course. Just turn for no reason. Just turn. It'd be different if they had like set it up in like ruts or like waterways or something like that, but it just to randomly just go it's just like what? Like, have y'all ever seen a race course? try. I'm sure he'll have me killed before I get over there. But we'll give it a shot. You're right, I did drive to the fast travel. You're absolutely right. Just occurred to me. That's a little embarrassing. Did not even occur to me. I was just looking for a landmark to get over that way, and yep, I could have just fast traveled. The other one already dead? Looks like. Looks like.
Somebody save me!
4 minutes. All right. It's time for Blair. Because that's how Blair makes an entrance, motherfucker. Harris says, let him cook. Dude, you're too fidgety. You need to calm down. You're making me anxious. God, that deep black enamel looks good in the rain. Me and my dog just chilling. And he's moving again. Now he's okay. Now I don't know what he's doing. He's warping the fabric of space and time, it seems. What? What are you? What is your deal? What? Is he like getting in some exercise or something? I'm very confused.
Descendant,
Yeah.
I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
Well, thank God. Now you put that energy to use, unless you've like tired yourself out already. All right. I need to do one thing real quick. See a bunch of new people joining the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the morning daily thingy. I'm Carbonor. Hope all is warm and well in your world. If you like what you see here, maybe you consider, I don't know, maybe subscribing. That'd be pretty cool. I'm very close. I'm 90 away from the 500 required for the first major milestone of the channel, which is memberships and super chats. So if you could see your way clear, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. I just had to go there and kick a can. I just felt like kicking a can. Fuck you, can. That's cool. I don't hate that. Let's go see if we can get any new toys. Keep up the good work, soldier. Come on. Fuck no. Damn it. Damn it. All right. I reckon we will call it a stream. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm not riding you, dude. Stop it. Don't do that. People are watching us. It's inappropriate. Yeah, you go over there. You go over there somewhere. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Those of you in the chat, well, mainly Serpent Harris. Appreciate you guys being here. Always nice having a little feedback. Little something. For those of you who were lurking, we love you here at I Am Carbonor as much as we love everybody else. The silent folk. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. And for those of you who may be watching this as a video later, thank you for making it this far into the video. It's awful cool of you. I appreciate that, sir. He said it's always nice to catch you live. I appreciate you being here, man. It's always good to see you. But those of you who may be watching this as a video later, thank you as well. And for any of you groups of people that just mentioned, enjoyed what you saw here today, maybe you could see your way clear. Leave me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe. Particularly the subscribe would be super cool. Super cool if you aren't already subscribed. It'd be awesome if you could be. Help me achieve that goal. I'd be eternally grateful. And if you saw something here that you thought might be worth a buck or two, you will find links to my Patreon and my coffee on my YouTube community page. You know, that'd be where to drop such things It's no pressure, and it's totally optional. But if you do, appreciate it. I appreciate it. While you're at all that stuff, check out the rest of the shit on my channel. I got almost 1,200 videos. Yep, I said, not to say. Probably close to 1,300. I'm not sure. We're getting up there. All kinds of shit. I got concerts I've been to. I've got original music that, as I mentioned earlier in this stream a couple times, that I write the lyrics to, and let me stress that I write the lyrics to. I used to be a singer-songwriter in my younger days. Had a volume of lyrics and songs in various stages of completion. And I gave life to those songs through an AI app in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band, as mentioned before, called The Circle. They are Winter's Lane, lead vocalist and bass, guitar, Rose Rolando, additional vocals, rhythm guitar and piano, Olivia Burnstorm, additional vocals and drums, and Yvette Raynette, additional vocals and lead guitar. If you like chick metal and chick rock, or just metal and rock in general, if you like In This Moment, Butcher Babies, New Year's Day, Lacuna Coil, Flyleaf, Hailstorm, those kinds of bands, you'll probably dig it. You'll probably dig it. Give it a shot. Check it out. There's currently 10 albums on my channel. I said 10. 10 whole albums on my channel. About 12 songs a piece. Roughly 30 minutes. A little under 30 minutes a piece. It's not a huge investment in your time, but it'd mean a lot to me if you checked it out. And you can also find the lovely ladies of the Circle every Wednesday night on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is the female division of my original character simulated wrestling federation. The men's division is on Monday for Monday Night Mania. Then I also have a female celebrity federation Tuesday night download. Oddly enough, on Tuesday. I got a DC versus Marvel. I should also mention, because I never really mentioned, each one of those, the men's division, the women's division, and the female celebrity federation, they all have pay-per-views as well that are always on Sundays. I mean, I don't know. I never really mentioned that, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like it should kind of be a given with wrestling that there's going to be pay-per-views once a month at least. But maybe that's just me. But at any rate, there's a DC versus Marvel coming in a few months, 2 or 3 months, something like that, probably. And upgrades for the men's division and the female celebrity federation coming later towards the end of the year. On top of that, I do these daily live streams. This one right here, between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m.-ish, roughly, depending on my real-world work schedule, and I'm often late because that's just a cross I have to bear, where we play the First Descendant. Sometimes I play along with chat, so, to take out some of the harder challenges, and sometimes, they're just cheering me on, giving me advice, or giving me shit, but anyway, you look at it, we're all having a good time, so we're happy to have you here whenever you want to show. I also have between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Fridays, I do Fall Guys Fortnite Friday, where I play Fall Guys Fortnite as open there for chat participation as I am here. If you see me playing and you want to duo up or trio up or get a squad going in either one of those, that'd be totally cool. Just let me know. I ain't doing one-on-one stuff, though, so don't even ask. That shit's boring. Don't even ask. If you're going to ask me to join your custom games, then there better be a whole lot of people there, or I'm going to be out the door. And on top of that, I got a shitload of playthroughs, all kinds of genres, all kinds of titles. I've got horror, action, adventure, racing, walking simulator, roguelite, you name it. I got a massive library of over 300 games that I keep new stuff in constant rotation as other stuff ends, and the playthroughs are coming back soon. Just give me time. Just give me, just give me a minute. It's just a cycle. It's just the way I cycle. I go hardcore for 6 months or 7 months, and then for like 1 or 2, I kind of back off, and then I go hardcore. It's the way I've always been when I play video games, even off stream and before even YouTube was a thing. That's just the way I game. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, that just leaves me to say thank you once again, and I really do mean that. Your support means the world, guys. That you guys are willing to come here and watch me do stupid shit and just rant and rave and holler and shit. That means a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. And until next time, later.